Hello again and welcome back to the channel. So they are finally here, the G.I. Joe Ultimates from Super 7. Wave 1 dropped about 2 weeks ago, managed to get mine from the Big Bad Toy Store. I did pay, I think $55 or something like that per figure, which is about maybe 80 Australian dollars, something like that. So pretty steep, but they are slightly more of a collector's figure than say the classifieds or the vintage line. Not that they're not collector's items, but these ones just seem to be more steered towards that collector's market. So taking a look at the packaging, Super 7 always put their Ultimates in these very nice packages with this slip cover. So taking that off, we can see Snake Eyes as he appeared in that original animated movie. On the back there is some bio, and then there is some snippets from the actual animated movie itself. So really keen to crack this guy open and take a look. Okay, so here is Snake Eyes out of the packaging with all of his accessories, and he comes with one jetpack, one radioactive canister, one laser rifle, a laser pistol, a pair of trigger finger hands, a pair of cradling hands, a pair of holding hands for the walkie-talkie, a walkie-talkie, and timber. Let's take a closer look at those accessories, starting off with the jetpack. It's a very nice sturdy plastic. Got some nice paint applications underneath here. And the straps are a soft pliable plastic. And rather than having a peg hole in the back, it just slips over. Like that. It looks really good. And then here is the Cobra radioactive canister. It doesn't open, it's just pretty straightforward. His laser rifle, nice sturdy plastic. The laser pistol is also a sturdy plastic, pretty straightforward, quite futuristic looking. The walkie-talkie, this is nicely done, has the frequency bar at the bottom, some paint apps on the buttons, and then 802, which I believe is what you see as in the animated series. Oops. And then he also comes with 2 trigger finger hands, and these hands are very nice. They're soft, pliable plastic, so you can easily get the accessories in the hands. That's a nice touch. I like that it's nice soft plastic. I had issues with the bat here, the exclusive bat. His hands were a little bit tough and I felt like I was scratching the paint when I was putting the accessories in. He also has 2 cradling hands, which are for holding his rifle, and then 2 open hands for the walkie-talkie, which is on the floor. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's take a closer look at the actual figure in hand. Now, I do like Super 7's nice, clean, matte finish that they give their Ultimate figures. Unfortunately, mine does have some QC issues. Got a big scratch here on his leg, another scratch here on the shoulder, one on the forearm, another one on this shoulder and on the head as well. So that is a bit of a shame. But overall, it's a nice, clean look. Now, this is how he appeared in that original animated movie. I was quite surprised when I first saw the photographs of Snake Eyes, didn't actually recognise him, had to go back, have a look at that movie, and yet he does actually appear like this, so it's accurate in that regard. In terms of articulation, if you are familiar with Super 7, then you know they are quite limited, certainly not the range of motion you'd get with, say, a classified figure. So taking a closer look, he just has a full rotation at the shoulder. It's not a butterfly joint, it goes up to about there, all the way around. He has a bicep swivel, a bicep cut, single jointed elbow, full range of motion at the wrist on the peg, and then obviously they just pop out and you can just interchange it with another one. Hands are quite nicely done. At the head, it's a dumbbell peg, yep. So you get full range of motion. Nothing at the neck, so it is just the head that's moving. At the waist, he does have some crunch, but it's hindered because of this webbing that he has. Now, this is actually stuck at the waist. This is a floating piece, but the waist, and then underneath the shoulder pad here, it is stuck as well, so just be careful. And as I said, you do get some restriction, so he's really not going to crunch much at all. About there, and then back is about the same. Could probably risk a little bit more, but I don't want to stress this webbing. And then at the leg, forward to about there, out to about there. He doesn't go back at all because of his big booty. And then single jointed knee, boot cut, and then just a forwards and backwards rocker at the ankle. So as I said, articulation is quite basic, but it's what we expect with Super 7. I don't really mind it. These particular figures tend to have a bit of a museum pose on the shelf for me, so it's not really a big deal. And then for scale and comparison, here he is next to his classified counterpart, so Super 7. The name should give it away, stand roughly around 7 inches, whereas the classified are about 6 inches. So you can see there is a huge difference in scale. Okay, so my final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Ultimate Snake Eyes from Super 7. I have to say I was a little bit nervous about getting into this line because although I did like the exclusive bat, there were a few QC issues, namely those hands were just too tough to get the accessories in. I'm really pleased to inform you that this has been completely rectified with Snake Eyes. The hands are great, they get the accessories in there really, really comfortably. They're a nice soft plastic. The overall look of the figure is nice and clean. He comes with just enough accessories, but also the overall look itself is very true to that original animation. There are a few QC issues, unfortunately, some scrapes along the legs and the arms, but it's not really a deal breaker. I just hope that the other figures which I have in the line don't have the same issues. And while I'm on that topic, I will be doing reviews for Duke, Cobra Commander, and the Vanilla Bat, so stay tuned for those. So that about wraps this up. I can highly recommend this figure. He is available quite freely on the Big Bad Toy Store. I'd get him while he's going because these Super 7 figures, they will go pretty quickly and they only increase in value. They are more of a collector's item than, say, the classified figures, at least in my opinion. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this review, and if you like my content, then please do consider subscribing and give it a like. And until next time, take care.